Hello, everyone. Greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. It's 11:30. All right, I'm in an undisclosed location. We just uploaded a video of the dream report, and this is like an experiment, you can say, for uploading on my channel with this. So, for those that I was going to make a separate video on this, we'll see how this goes. So, the trailer is on my main channel, and I have the main video. It's age restricted also on a second channel in case somebody doesn't like what they hear. So you never know. I think it's going to be fine, but you never know. So it is age restricted. It is a dream, about a 1 hour dream video. And so if you have anything you'd like to say about it, you can say in the trailer video and on the main video also. You can say in the comments anything anything that's on your mind for a discussion, because we like to get your feedback on it on the video itself. On the trailer is cool if you have anything you'd like to say. If you want to have it on both, whatever you like, either way, both of them will be checked. So we're just trying something new. I was contacted and to post this and to help others, especially to explore your own connections. It's going to get strange out there. So, and hopefully others can relate to it. They can feel that they can feel the vibrations from it. So it's another reason why it's why we're doing that. So we'll see how it goes. And I'll have the creator of that. It's a documentary or video post. I'll have him on a radio show down the line. So they go into further detail in a later date. So yeah, it's interesting. Might have more of these in the future from others. We'll see how it goes. So I think it's worth a shot. Yeah, it's unusual, but to have that on my channel, but sure, see what happens with it. Okay, the topic of today. Yeah, for 2 days I'll be away from home. I'll be here, and I'm not Area 51 yet. In due time. I'm not in California. If I was, you see fire in the background. Malibu is unbelievable, but yeah, it's retaliation. There's a lot of stuff going on that I'm not fully aware of, but yeah, it is something else. I was going to hit that area eventually. Unfortunately, Disneyland's out there too. You wonder if that's going to get scorched. You never know. Scorched. The topic of today's video is Eugenia Cooney. I can't even pronounce it. I should have looked this up first. Is a Zeta gray. Now, who am I talking about? Well, we're about to find out, I think. This is a very, very skinny girl on YouTube. And yeah, she's not too big on food. She has like a million followers on YouTube. And yeah, this is Zeta, definitely. I saw this on YouTube, and I've seen her before, but never really clicked. I never really thought about it too much. But yeah, she's very gothic also. It's very Zeta also. You can say it's very Archon too, but I believe it's more Zeta. So yeah, she's not too much into food, but realize, we're not alone in the universe as some might think. So basically, the thinking has to shift at it. Now, I'm not trying to bully her or anything like that, just in case anybody was wondering. Just, you never know with the internet. Jeez. You say one thing and they twisted it to the other direction, especially if any, I don't know if any of these people that are going to find my channel. I don't know. Who knows? But she, this is an alien, basically, like we all are. We're all connected to different species, and this kind of gives you an idea of what that looks like. So her name is, I don't know if I pronounced her name right, Eugenia Cooney. So I figured I'd put it in the title because you know, I don't know if that's her or not, but the idea is to wake people up with what's going on. And don't people? I mean, she's not big on food. Well, Zetas aren't too big on food either. So, you understand alien disclosure is in different ways, different forms that people don't understand or don't want to understand. So when you start to go into the graduation, and nothing is what it seems. Well, it's going to kind of give you an idea. She's just not too. I mean, aliens don't eat. I mean, Zetas don't eat food, so very little. So she's just. And she's a female Zeta. You would not have a male Zeta doing what she does. It's like she's definitely a girl for sure. So so everyone reincarnates into different. Either way. Yep, this is a female Zeta showing her stuff, showing she's got style, humanizing herself, doing the best she can. She's got 1 million followers on YouTube and probably much more on Instagram or whatever is out there. So if you check her out, you can get a different perspective and say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And eventually humanity will wake up in some shape or form, or maybe they won't. Hopefully. And this is Malibu. I think this is Malibu. Oh, Thousand Oaks. I don't know where that is, but that's a nice view. That looks, yeah, that's very, that's nice. Very pleasant. There's a lot of ads on this page. I forgot when those fires started a couple of days ago. Today, I felt that there was a shift. I might be getting news later. Maybe I'm getting the 5 o'clock news. Maybe I'm just getting vibration news a little bit later. But it does feel like the vibrations have shifted to more of a positive energy. Now, seeing the fires is one thing. Okay, that's not. That's retaliation from what it feels like. Yeah, I don't have 100% of what's going on there. I'm not sure if I want to know. But realize another thing I picked up about the elite on my way up here, it felt, say with a grain of salt, but it feels like a lot of the elite, they're super rich. So how do you hide yourself? It'd be kind of weird, like in the old days, it was a little bit, they have ways of hiding themselves. Even there wasn't doing good. So what do? So how do you keep yourself hidden if you're super wealthy? You make other people wealthy. Like you make actors wealthy. They've been more wealthy than they ever have been, probably. I don't think they make $20 million a theater show in the past, but you never know. They inflate. Of course, they use the actors and stuff in entertainment to mind control humanity, but also to keep the elite hidden. And so when you have a bunch of, like Malibu has a lot of rich people, a lot of them are actors. It's all actors, or quite a bit of it is musicians, all that. Either way, it's just there to keep the elite cloaked. Also, of course, you have other forms. You have businesses. You have rich people. They have other places they connect to, but it feels like the entertainment business is a little bit more obvious how the manipulation's working, because the other places it's like when you get these actors, they get paid like freaking ridiculous amounts of money. It's like there's some other angle going on here. So either way, of course they try and justify it, but still some other way. But I do feel a more positive shift coming in. As for when these things will occur, it's just basically we're letting out the old. It doesn't mean we're going to have alien ships, crash land or appear. Yeah, but we're going to start to understand ourselves a little bit more into going into 2020. But of course, before then. So we're basically going to kind of like cut through the old vibrations of the third dimension, basically. It's time to let out the old in with the new. and it's gradually increasing. So what's going to occur is hard to say. Is there going to be any formations? You know, they got to be careful. They want to frighten people, but any being that's going to be known is going to be the Zeta for the most part. There will be others, but the Zeta is the one that wants to get the most attention. They've already been known, Area 51 and all that, so it's like, who's going to make the appearance first? Feels like it's going to be them. Of course, the Pleiadians, as for contact, is a different story, but from what I feel from the Zeta is basically like little appearances here and there. I'm not sure how, and doesn't mean they're going to appear in your house or anything like that, but just, you know, be aware that any being is going to start popping up somehow, like in a vision or, I don't know, in a picture. It's like if you take a picture and you see a Pleiadian, it's like, oh, there's a person there. But if you take a picture and you see a Zeta, it's like, okay, somebody else is here. It's like, all right, that got my attention. So that's why. That's another. Of course, they want to be a part of our society. Of course, they're probably they contributed to our demise in some ways. Well, either way, they're here to, you can say, redeem themselves, however you want to look at it. So that's what I picked up on recently. So does it mean what? I don't know. Is government whistleblowers going to come out and show you like an alien body? Most people won't believe it anyway. No, but most people don't believe in channeling. Most people aren't going to believe they see an actual alien anyway. Is it fake? Of course, on video, it's easy to fake anything. Not that easy, but it's so we're gradually, you know, and all this. Yeah, I think I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. Yeah, my channel is kind of like it's a lab test too. It's to see what people are going to digest. They're going to look away. They're going to do this and that. I don't pay attention to any of that, but somebody is. So it's just to see what people are going to accept and what they're not going to accept. You want to accept the old information. You want something different. So if you want something, doesn't mean I'm going to get people going to tune in every day to my, because it's like you hear it once or twice, you look at the old ones, you get an idea, and you don't really have to come back. There's not really any reason to come back, really, not really. So that's another reason for retention is not always as strong. That's what I feel. I feel some come in, get the information that they need from me, and then go and wander off and do their own thing, which is fine. That's what, you know, at least that's what I feel. Makes sense too. So, our graduation out of the third dimension is many are, you know, if you want a robot society, just look at reality. I know that people are talking about all this a robotic apocalypse and all of that. Look at modern society. It's already, already got our stuff going on, as you can see. So, yeah. You can only go up from here. I believe so. I guess you can always go further down, but I think we've already accomplished all that. Okay, for those that are new to all this, is ivantor.com. I have private sessions throughout the week. Yeah, I'm open Monday, and you can see the calendar here, my availability. I also have Learn How to Channel. We have other Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel by phone. It's all recorded. If you want it recorded, if not, that's fine too. I also have the, I think I'm at 5 days, 6 days for delivery. I ran out of energy today. I would do more, but also the same thing here with other, I added another section. I added a little bit more stuff here. Didn't get very far with it. And there's other channelers and heroes I do recommend, and this one also. This is from Spirit Social, California. Looking good over there. Looking really good. I also have the Jake comic. Eventually I'll go into more details on this, but maybe tomorrow when I have more energy. That's why I always say, though. You have other, it is on Amazon, but it's not fully available yet. You can go on Amazon here and you can probably find it online. So. Oh yeah, that's right. I added a new I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I have clearing current relationship blockages. Basically, if you have a current relationship you want to dive into, see what I can get from it. Financial decision, clearing blockages, stock market fears, stuff like that. If you're interested in that, parallel world connections, basically what's the other version of you on other realities. So it's something, it's some kind of information. I don't know if you're interested, but it's a different. There's other stuff I'm going to be adding to this, but I can't quite grasp what it is. Yeah, it might be a bunch of weird stuff, but we already have that. But we're going to go into more bizarre. I just have not. Just have one connections, a message from the angels, find creator. But yeah, we're kind of going with parallel world connections. Yeah. And there's a lot of bizarreness that creates us. Oh, one more this one I've been thinking about for a while. I forgot. One moment. I need to go into my secret cave, secret database of computer work. Not really. 1 second. It's one thing I've been thinking about bringing this up, and I keep forgetting. Yeah. So just give me now we already talked about the Zeta Gray connection and the girl, and we're about to. Oh, come on. Come on, internet. Yeah, about time. Okay. So while we're at it, we're going to add a little bonus to our alien stuff. People are going to love this. They might not. Another one is Elizabeth Hurley. She's an actress. She's in Austin Powers. And she was with Hugh Grant and had that little deal. Hugh Grant. I don't know. Were they married? I don't think I care. Either way, I feel like she's an archon. Yes, very attractive. But then again, then he had that scandal when he was with like a black girl, a prostitute. And it's like, what are you doing? Oh, here it is. It's like, what? So, and these people are played quite a bit. I don't think she's as innocent as she looks. Something was going on. It's not something I'm going to tap deeply into. She looks like a whole other person in some ways, but I don't think she's that innocent. It's like, oh, he cheated on you and da 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 da. I don't know about that. Something else is going on with her. That's why I feel like she's like an introvert, but also like an archon being. Feel archon influences. Here, I look really attractive, and I'm gonna screw with your brain and turn into French toast. That's what I get from her. She's hiding a lot, basically. So for him you can say he had kind of like a mental breakdown, is from what I'm gathering, and what led to this. Because I remember when this happened, it was a huge scandal, and just like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Yeah, well, looks aren't everything. And so this isn't what it seems, definitely. I feel it's mostly coming from her than him. He's nobody. She's the one running the show. So whatever the hell she was up to, of course, she plays innocent anytime in the public, but there's just, and she has this weird relationship with her son right now, where her son is like, it's almost like she treats her son like a boyfriend. That's her son. And if you look at it, she treats her son like a boyfriend. It's a little, even there. I don't know. I know, it's a wife, a mother looking at her son's one thing, but if you look into it a little bit further, it gets a little bit weird. So, she might be an Illuminati princess or a mind control princess in some shape or form. Possibly she is in the entertainment world. So, I'm not sure if I'm far. I'm going to go into that, but I figured I'd share that. Yeah, there's some things I don't even want to know. So I figure I'll put that stuff out there and let you do your own connections, because sometimes I don't want to know all the details. Just like that. But always I'll put it out there. As for that, Eugenia, uh, Cooney, yeah, she's that's definitely Zeta. So for those in their put on their awakening hat, or their alien awareness hat, let's put it that way. I like to call it the awakening, call it whatever you want, but at least it's a little bit more obvious. But alien awareness, as we start to break down of who we are and our connections, and it's going to become more and more known. And the Twilight Zone, we are technically living it already. People already say life is strange, people are bizarre. Well, this is a alien experiment. We shut down from spirit because somebody had to do it, and we have all these different species connected to us. So the feline is the skeleton, you can say, the outer tissue in some regard, at least the framework of the feline framework. And then you change the fingernails, change the eyes, the hair, take off the feline face, the ears, remove the hair, put on a fake skin, and so all these alien species learn from us too. Obviously, it's not just us getting a beating; they take a beating too, or whatever it is. They learn through us. It's like our spirit guides learn from us, but we learn from everyone too. It's just now it's time for us to upgrade from just us being all humans, or just here all just living wonderful, whatever this is, and nice consumers being chemtrailed every day to make you a better consumer. You're not buying enough stuff, so just chemtrail you a couple more times to go out to Walmart and get what you need. So it's a joke, maybe a very bad joke, but it's funny. So there's a lot of stuff in our reality we're going to start breaking down. Even these big companies, they're not all negative. They do have some positives, of course. All right. Let's see. Who was I going to connect to? I guess I connected to the Zetas. Is there anybody? I'm pretty worn out for today. I'll have more energy tomorrow. Let's see here. Greens. We have the Pleiadians. You're going further into your consciousness. That has not been fully explored. Basically, you're going further in and you're coming out. You're going into who you are, your inner history, and you're bringing it out to others, conversations. Eventually, your mainstream media will catch on to it. It is something fascinating for them to explore. Maybe not always fear, maybe skepticism, but they realize they're going to have to face themselves eventually, because you're not going anywhere. Your numbers, yes, are small, but eventually will grow. As basically the truth within yourselves. Many are finding their inner self and finding happiness, what matters most. It's basically, think of spiritualism as, yes, the healthy drug, you can say, finding yourself. You are turning into drugs, you can say. Technically, you're all drugs. You turn into a new vibration. You help others with your energy, your words. Your words matter so much. Your words can be beautiful music, and also they can be a bomb dropped on you and decimates you. As many of you have experienced this, everyone has experienced it somewhere. As negative words can put a trap onto you and you ruin your day or even your life itself. But other positive words can illuminate, bring you up into a higher vibration, and just change your life forever for the better. So words are very powerful, as you can see. And those will be more examined even of their origins. Yes, there is a reptilian force here. We're here to learn from them. They are great teachers. That's why you wanted to be experienced with them. You could have kicked them off your planet. You had many chances to do so. You chose not to. You kept everybody here, basically. Even the Archons, or the ones you mostly want to throw out off the planet. Would it be the reptilians? Depending on the species, as you're aware. Those are heavily aggressive. As many of you have made them worse, humanity has said, give us everything you got. And then when they did that, and then you said, give us more. And you kept doing that over and over, and it did get out of control on many accounts. And now humanity is, not everybody, but much of humanity's energy is causing a lot of the negativity on this world. It's got so used to it. It's got addicted to it. It is not in your cultures, in your television, in your music. It is in everything. It is the part of your life. It's not part of your life. But to remove the violence from your world is not an easy one. It is you're so adapted to it. Once again, you feel that is normal. Now, for the West, realize the history of your Earth, yes, violence was an addiction. And it is still an addiction. It is similar to food addiction, but violence gives you a high. Even if you're the most positive person on the planet, a little bit of violence can either make you more violent or break you and put you into a depression. For some, it changes their timeline and they become more violent. Now, those with a heart of gold never forgive themselves. Those that are kind of sinister continue. See the abuse on your planet of women and children, and yes, men, but you realize those are the vulnerable ones on your planet that aren't looking for a fight, but yet receive one. And some of this violence on your world is to make many stronger. That's why you're incarnate into these situations, to strengthen, not to be the victim, but to overcome victim thinking. And that's the test. Some go into victim thinking, many do not. Many go beyond that. So you wonder why what happens on your world. It's a soul contract of that individual. And that individual does not have to tell you why they went through it. Yes, they might be, the way they experience it and express it is the way they needed to go about it. They don't have to explain to you why they went through it, why they made that stupid mistake, or whatever it might be. Because some of them are in situations they can't get out, but they had the choice. It's like many souls, when they experience violence on your planet, they tell other souls, and then others want to experience too. So they can be a part of that collective that's connected to that negativity. There's many reasons for all of this. As you are breaking open your planet and seeing what's inside, you're going to learn more about the characteristics of the problems of your planet, why things are the way it is. Because the Earth, the humanity brought the vibration down. You can blame all the aliens you want, but you can say together you brought this world to where it is. And now you're slowly releasing the old contracts. Not an easy release, because some are very addicted to it. Realize some are so addicted to negativity. It's like, I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss any knowledge from this. Whatever it might be. Sitting in traffic, you can learn a great deal of that. You can learn more about yourself. You learn new music. You can look on your internet, whatever it might be. You might see somebody next to you, you thought you'd seen it, or see him shapeshift as a reptilian, whatever it might be. You're growing out of this old paradigm, though. The old way of seeing this world is going to slowly vanish. Basically, you're just going to see life differently. It's time for you to turn the page of this reality, but also add the joy more to this third dimension reality. to add more interest to it, to add a galactic flavor to it. And remember, we are assisting you. You're still doing this. We are just helping you find the information. It is you are still in charge. This is your world. We're here to assist. We're not here to take over. We are helping you. You ask for help, and we are here to give you help. If you want help, we back off. But still, this world's under your control. So don't feel like we are going to influence you too much. As if you feel like that's the case, we're influencing that person that asks for us to assist. That person's influencing however they wish. Realize we are all working through you. Yes, there's many, as you go into an awakening, you'll feel like you thought you knew how these connections are with the aliens were, but some might find it's a lot more different than you might think. That is a glimpse of the Pleiadians. Blessings to you and your soul awareness. Okay. All right. So everyone, with that, okay, it's 12 o'clock. Sorry. Take care. Try to do, if I have enough energy, I'll do more, a lot longer.